Okay, I have been getting comment after comment after comment from so many of you in this community asking the same exact question, and it is a totally valid question. You're saying things like, hey, where is it? Why haven't I gotten my $200 yet? Did they forget about me? I thought it was supposed to start at the beginning of 2026. What is going on? And listen, you are not wrong for asking that. You were told something. Lawmakers came out in 2025 multiple times and talked about a $200 per month raise being applied to Social Security benefits for the first half of 2026. Here we are, a couple months into 2026. Has anybody seen that money? I think we all know the answer to that. So today, I want to do two things. I want to read you an actual letter, a letter written on behalf of over 534,000 seniors, people with disabilities, and Social Security beneficiaries of various types, addressed directly to the United States Congress. And then I want to break it all down for you, because in my personal opinion, lawmakers are making a massive, massive mistake right now, and they are probably going to pay for it later this year. We will see. Stay with me. This is important. For those of you who are new here, hey, welcome. I am so glad you found this channel. Everything we do here is about getting you real, useful, free information. I have nothing to sell you. No course, no coaching call, no masterclass, no special package, nothing. Just free information because I genuinely want to help. That is it. That is the whole mission. So when something like this comes across my desk, you better believe I'm bringing it straight to you. To the Honorable United States Congress, this message is coming to you from a group of over 534,000 seniors, people with disabilities, and Social Security beneficiaries of various types. We are sending this message before you self-destruct due to lack of follow-through with your messaging during this year of affordability. It is no surprise to anyone that Social Security beneficiaries are falling behind at the fastest pace we've seen in recent times. Of course, this does not include all beneficiaries, but rather just the lowest income beneficiaries that continue to get squeezed the most. In 2025, a group of lawmakers introduced multiple times the Emergency Social Security Inflation Relief Act. This would provide a temporary $200 increase to benefits checks for the first 6 months of the year. You would have been looking at an extra $1,200 total. Has it happened? No, not yet. And here is my honest take. I actually don't love the idea of a 6-month temporary raise on its own, and I want to be upfront with you about that. Because here's what happens. People start to count on that money. They adjust their budgets around it. They finally feel like they can breathe. And then 6 months later, lawmakers pull the rug out and say, sorry, that's it. That actually hurts people more than it helps in the long run. Now, here's where the letter gets really smart, and I want you to pay close attention to this part. Not every Social Security beneficiary is in crisis right now. I want to be fair. Some retirees have higher benefits, supplemental income, savings. They're okay. But the people who are really getting squeezed, and I mean squeezed hard, are the lowest income beneficiaries. We're talking about people receiving under $2,000 a month. We're talking about people on SSI, on SSDI, survivors benefits, people who are disabled, widows and widowers, veterans, single moms, people who never had the chance to build up big work credits. Those are the people who need this money desperately. And that is exactly why the letter recommends focusing the $200 raise specifically on beneficiaries under $2,000, with a gradual phase-out up to $2,500 of monthly benefits. The logic is simple. Focus the money where it is needed most, and you can afford to extend it longer. Instead of a 6-month bump for everyone, we could potentially see a minimum 12-month raise for the people who truly need it. That is a real, meaningful difference in someone's life. Now, I know what lawmakers are going to say. They're going to say, we can't do this. It'll strain the Social Security Trust Fund. And look, I hear that concern. The trust fund is a real issue worth protecting. But here's the thing, the letter addresses that directly. The suggestion is to fund this out of general federal funds, not out of the Social Security Trust Fund. So that argument, it doesn't hold up anymore. And here's another thing worth pointing out. The president has been talking quite a bit about the hundreds of billions of dollars coming in through tariff revenue. If we're bringing in that kind of money and we have an affordability crisis hitting the most vulnerable Americans the hardest, seniors, disabled individuals, people on fixed incomes, then what exactly are we waiting for? Something does not add up. We've got the money, we've got the need. What is the holdup? Here is the political reality, and I think lawmakers need to hear this clearly. Social Security beneficiaries are the largest voting bloc in this country. Roughly 70 million Americans are on some form of Social Security. These are not people who forget what happened to them at the ballot box. The midterm elections are coming later this year. If lawmakers continue to sit on their hands while people struggle, while they promised relief and delivered nothing, there will be consequences. The letter says it plainly. Act now before you lose face, lose trust, and lose your job. That is not a threat. That is just math. Here's what I want you to take away from all of this. You were not imagining it. Lawmakers did talk about a $200 raise. It was introduced in legislation twice. The need is real, and the money is theoretically there. The solution exists. What's missing is the political will to act. And that is where you come in. Drop a comment below. Share this video. Let your voice be heard. Because when 534,000 people sign on to a letter addressed to Congress and millions more share and talk and make noise, that matters. You are not invisible. You are not forgotten. And this community is proof of that every single day. If this video helped you, hit that subscribe button right now so you never miss an update on this. The moment something moves on the $200 raise, and I will be watching, you will hear it here first. And check out the video linked right up here. It covers other Social Security changes happening right now that you need to know about. Drop your comments below. Tell me, do you think lawmakers are making a massive mistake? Are they going to pay for it in the midterms? I read every single comment. I look forward to hearing from you. Enjoy your day. Hope this helps. I'll see you in the next one.